What's up, dudes? Hey guys, I'm back. Honestly, part of the reason why I've been kind of in a funk about making the videos is because, to be honest, I don't know what content to put in. You know, I feel like the first time the problem with my channel was like my channel was all over the place, and I feel like nowadays my channel is going back into the same thing, like just it's all over the place. I have kind of an idea now of what I really want to do, and as many as you know, I collect stuff. I mostly collect action figures, you know, Star Wars, any type of action figure you can think of, I collect. Something that not a lot of people know is that I also collect shoes. I'm a big shoe person. Not necessarily any just like a particular brand. Honestly, I love shoes. Shoes have always been something that I really love. Recently, my brother, he really got into sneakers, into Jordans. I've always loved Jordans, but I've always had like a love-hate relationship with them because I feel like there's certain Jordans that just don't look good on me. So part of the thing that I want to do with this channel really is I've noticed that lately I've been into like watching a lot of reviews, whether it's clothing, electronics, figures, games, etc. So I think, you know, like review videos in general are very important because a lot of people base whether or not they use a certain product or they buy a certain product or whatever it is upon other people's reviews on whatever the product may be. So I was thinking to myself, alright, well, into thinking, well, what do I want to do really with this channel? I decided I'm gonna make it a review channel, but not. I feel like a lot of channels have, you know, they're very specific. Like they're either toy reviews, or shoe reviews, or clothing reviews, or makeup reviews. So you know, it's specific to one specific target audience, and I think that because I do collect specifically two things, which is shoes and action figures, I think I want to do that. I think I want to start my content, putting in content of both things, and that way my viewers will be expanded, because I won't only get people that watch sneakers, and I won't only get people that watch, you know, videos on action figures. I'll get both, you know, and why not? The more the merrier. I wanted to start this video off right, and I think, you know, I've done in my channel, I've done reviews for a couple toys, I've done, you know, a bunch of stuff, but I think if I really want to, you know, put in content of reviewing, you know, whether it's action figures or shoes, I think I need to start off big. I need to start off with you know, something good. I want to tell you guys a little story. When I was younger and my brother was younger, we first watched the movie Space Jam maybe a year after it came out. We first watched it in Mexico. In Mexico back in the day, you had to wait about maybe like a year for a movie that came out, you know, here in the United States. It would come out probably a year later in Mexico. So when the movie Space Jam released, we waited about 6 months to a year, I think, to get it over there. And when we first watched it, I remember we watched it because one of my uncles, he was a huge Michael Jordan fan. He was a huge Bulls fan, so he was a huge Michael Jordan fan. And so he showed us the movie. And, you know, me and my brother, like, we loved cartoons and stuff, and we loved Disney movies. So it was just kind of like, you know, very easy for us to get into a Looney Tunes movie, you know, and regardless whether it was sports related or not, it was, for us, it was like, oh, it's a cartoon. But I think after we watched it, we really fell in love with the fact that, you know, Michael Jordan was in it. And Michael Jordan at the time, you know, like he was retired, but you know, he was still in the spotlight, you know, because he was playing baseball. So when we watched the movie, me and my brother fell in love with basketball. Basketball was a huge thing for us. Now, keep in mind, at the time I was maybe like 7 or 8 years old. So my brother, you know, he's 6 years younger than me, so he was little. But I remember like watching it over and over and over and over again. Like we watched it on the VHS, and I think that VHS ended up like getting destroyed because of how much we watched that movie. So, you know, we would watch it, and as soon as it would end, we would rewind it and watch it again, and over and over and over again. And it just became our favorite movie. And I remember in the hallway, so there was a hallway between the kitchen and the bathroom. It was a weird apartment, but anyway, right next to the kitchen there was a wall, and from the bathroom there was like a little step that you had to take in to go inside the bathroom. And we would run from inside of the bathroom, jump off the little step onto a little basketball like hoop, you know, those little ones with like the Nerf ones with little balls. We would jump, and we would have it in the wall right next to the kitchen, so we'd jump and like slam dunk it and pretend we were Michael Jordan. And I remember one of the biggest things that we noticed in the movie, and keep in mind we were little, but one of the biggest things that we noticed was Michael Jordan's shoes. And at the time, you know, we didn't know there was such thing as a Jordan, you know, or it was Jordan 9, Jordan 11, whatever, you know, it may have been. We just saw it as his shoes. It was the shoes that he was wearing, whatever shoes they were, they made him fly. So in our opinion, you know, we were little, so in our minds it's like, my God, like those shoes make you fly. So it was just like, it kind of got stuck with us, you know, the whole flying thing from the movie. Really, you know, relatable to Michael Jordan's shoes. So, you know, when that movie came out and stuff, we got so obsessed. Anyway, fast forward, you know, a couple years, and you know, I came to the United States, and I joined my school's basketball team when I was, I think, in 6th, 7th grade. And I got obsessed with basketball. Like basketball was, it got to this point. My mom had bought me a basketball, and anywhere we would go, literally anywhere, it could be we were going to the supermarket, and I had to have the ball with me. So the ball was always in the car, and if we went to Safeway, for example, I would go down with my ball. And it got to a point where I annoyed my mom a lot, because it was like, why are you bringing your ball? Like, we're literally just going inside to buy milk and coming out. But I had to have the ball with me. Now, you know, when I was younger, like we didn't really, you know, my mom never really bought me Jordans and stuff, because you know, at the time, and I mean more now, but at the time, you know, they were very expensive. So it's like, for a kid whose foot is growing and stuff, it didn't make sense for my mom, you know, to buy me expensive shoes, you know. So I never owned a pair of Jordans ever, you know, when I was younger. So, you know, and Jordan ended up, you know, retiring and stuff, but it just, for me, it was just Michael Jordan and his shoes that made him fly. Well, as soon as that happened, you know, Kobe Bryant and Shaq kind of got in my radar, and I fell in love. They became my favorite players. So I went from being a hardcore Bulls fan to a Lakers fan because of Kobe and Shaq. So then I remember one of my birthdays, I think this was like my birthday going into 8th grade. For my birthday, all I wanted was Kobe's shoes, and it was the Kobe 2, I believe. Yeah, the Kobe 2, the ones that look like space boots. Man, so I got those things for my birthday, and they looked so silly on me, but I was in love, and I would not take them off. So for me, you know, basketball shoes were such a big thing, because I remember, you know, back in the day, like, you didn't have to have a certain style. You didn't have to be whatever, you know, to wear basketball shoes. Like, it's, if you wore basketball shoes, you were cool. You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing. Like, basketball shoes were so cool. And, you know, now I feel like it's mostly just restricted to sneakerheads, or, you know, like the how people say, like, oh, if you wear basketball shoes, you're ghetto. Like, nah, like, back in the day, it was just, you wore basketball shoes, that's what you would wear, you know. And you know, I remember like going into Payless and going to Walmart and stuff, and me wanting to buy black and white basketball shoes. Like, that was my thing. Any black and white basketball shoe I would find, I would fall in love with it. Now, if you've seen the movie Space Jam, you know that in the movie, the shoe that the Jordan 9, which is the shoe that Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck go get for Michael Jordan at his house, it's black and white. So to me, it was just, like I said, I didn't know there was such thing as a Jordan 9. It was just, oh, he was wearing black and white shoes, I want those, you know. And then at the end, he was wearing, like, it's the Jordan 11 Space Jam, which is black, but it has a white midsole. So in my head, I was like, oh, black and white. So it was just black and white, black and white, black and white for me. Was any basketball shoe I would see, whether it was a cheap basketball shoe or an expensive basketball shoe, I would relate it to Michael Jordan and Space Jam. So, you know, fast forward till now, you know, now, and just recently I kind of got back into watching basketball. Like I said, I kind of veered more into soccer, but just recently I've been a little bit more into basketball and stuff. And honestly, it's because of my brother. You know, my brother kind of got me back into, like, the whole shoes and Jordans and basketball shoes, and his reasoning behind it is, you know, he's like, you know, I want to go back to that. Anyone can wear basketball shoes. You don't have to have a certain style. You don't have to, you know, whatever. Just basketball shoes are cool, and they are, and they're very comfortable and whatever. You know, nowadays they're a lot more expensive than back in the day, but and a lot harder to obtain, all that. But I feel the same. It's like, you know, basketball shoes were cool, you know, and that doesn't only pertain to a certain style of person. But, you know, those two Jordans, the Jordan 9 and the Jordan 11 Space Jam, hold a very special a place in my heart. Just because, for sentimental reasons, really, for sentimental value, which is the movie, and, you know, the memories I have with my brother and everything. I found out that the Jordan 9 would come out, and then the Jordan Space Jam would come out. Hence why I'm wearing the Toon Squad jersey. Yep. And I have let me see if I can show you guys. I have Lola, number 10, Lola Bunny. Aside from the fact that she was probably the best basketball player other than Michael Jordan in the movie, when I was little, I had a huge crush on her. You know, she's a cartoon, it's weird. Back to what I was saying. So obviously, you know, it was a must cop for me. It was a definite, like, I have to figure out how to get it. Now, honestly, I got lucky enough that got him as Christmas presents. But this is what you're here for. This is what I wanted to show you. So first of all, the first shoes I want to show you are the Jordan 9s, the Jordan 9 Space Jams. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw a picture that I have wearing these. Again, it's one of those shoes that maybe if they hadn't been in the movie Space Jam, I wouldn't probably have bought, just because, you know, it's very big and kind of a bulky shoe. But I love this shoe. You know, I love the fact that they sparkle. You see that? Let me see if the light catches the sparkles. I think they do. Right there on the suede, it's like the sparkly. I don't know, I just like these shoes a lot, and like I said, it just brings sentimental value for me, because these were the shoes that I fell in love with, and the reason why I loved black and white shoes, you know, basketball shoes, when I was younger. So, you know, I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. Great shoes, honestly, very comfortable. After a while, they get kind of uncomfortable, but I don't know if I would play basketball in these, but these are just great shoes overall. But that's not really what I wanted to show you. I think what you're here for is the real deal. So luckily, you know, like I said, it's a Christmas present, but luckily after a long day yesterday, after tears and anger and every feeling you can expect out of anyone that really wants something in this life, something material, after a long day, after a huge adventure, really long trek, I got him, and this is it. You may recognize this box as the box for the Jordan 11 Space Jam. This is a shoe I've been waiting for the whole year, and if it wasn't because I got it, as a present, I don't know if I could have gotten them, really. But it's just too long of a story. It would be a huge long video, which I don't want to put anyone through. But let's just say it was, like I said, it was a huge long adventure, and the universe just moved things around, really. Like, I could tell you that much, for me to be able to get these. But yeah, without further ado, this is the box. Jordan Brand did an amazing job with this box. Honestly, the shoes are amazing, but the box itself is probably my favorite box ever made. Really, I think this is probably the best box that I've seen ever in shoes. It's just so amazing, like the detail on like the arms of the Looney Tunes, or the arms of Bugs Bunny, really, and the arms of the Monstars, making the 23 around you could see the 45. Like, this is so awesome. Like, whoever designed this box, my props to you, man. Like, this is a really awesome box. And you can't really say that about many things, right? Like, I mean, the box is just a box, but this is just, you don't throw these boxes away. You know what I mean? Like, you can throw any other box away, but this box is just amazing. But anyway, enough about the box. Over here, you got your sizes, Jordan, whatever, little pull tab. So let's get these puppies open. You open this, you take the sleeve off, because this is a sleeve, and then you find, again, the 45 in like a shiny, so you can see my light reflecting right there, but you can see how shiny it is. It's crazy. So then you go ahead and you open the box, and this is what I'm telling you, that the detail in this box is crazy. Okay, because as soon as you open it, you have this, and now we haven't been able to see it really on video. I haven't seen any of the reviews videos showing it off, because I think it's only really visible in person, but I think with the light you could see, like, this is the galaxy. This is like or not a galaxy, this is like space with the stars and the galaxies over here, whatever. But the cool thing about this box is that the material that they used is like metallic, like reflective, so you can kind of see like the light is catching it and see how reflective it is. This is awesome. Like, the detail in this box, the everything about this box is amazing. So it's like, you got 45, just a regular shoe box, but bam, like, they got you right here with the space, like, in honor of Space Jam. So it's incredible. Like, the box itself, man, wow. Okay, so then after that, we get the classic 11, Jordan 11 plastic cover, if you will. It's really nice, translucent, just like any other 11s. You remove this and see it's like clear. Can you see me? I don't know if you can see me. Whatever. Anyway, After that, see again, detail, 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 detail. You get the paper, the wrapping paper with the name, with the number 45 on it. You open the thing and you find the magic, and here they are. The Space Jam 11 Jordan. Yep, right here. This is the shoe, other than the 9s, that I dreamed about for many years, okay, since I was a little kid. This is a beauty. This shoe is just absolutely beautiful. It almost hurts me, to be honest, to wear it, just because like it's so beautiful. Now I'm gonna wear it, of course I'm gonna wear it, but it's just such a nice shoe. The detail on this shoe is incredible. You know, the patent leather being so shiny. Look at that light reflecting off the shoe. Like, this is insane. Okay, the craftsmanship of this shoe is incredible. We got the number 45 right here. Yup. The icy blue bottom, white midsole, carbon fiber, high patent leather cut, and you could tell this is leather because it's like you have the raw edges of it. The Concord blue purple. It's they call it the Concord color, which is it's between a blue and a purple. You know, the right here, the tab, like it's an amazing shoe. It really is an amazing shoe, and like I said, it holds a very special place in my heart. When I got this shoe, I almost honestly cried, just because of the value, you know, the sentimental value of this shoe to me. Look at this. Look at this. My God, this is such a pretty shoe. Like, this smell of new shoes is amazing. Look at that. So, okay, obviously I had already opened it. So the reason why you see that, let's see if I think the light is catching it right here. That why it's reflective in there, or like it's like shiny. So the reason why is because obviously I had opened the shoes before, and as many as you know, this new edition of the shoes, of the most recent retros that they've come out with, they all have, you know, the Nike Air inside of the shoe, right there, and the 9s have it as well. Other Jordan shoes have it, you know, that had it back in the day, like the retro versions had it on the shoe. It says it in the back or whatever. So a lot of people, you know, this might seem silly to you, but to me, like the fact that it says Nike Air, you know, just like the originals, is very cool, very special touch, very cool addition to the shoe. So, you know, but when you wear the shoes and there's, you know, writing on the inside, naturally, because of wear and your socks rubbing onto it, it comes off. Well, I figured out my own kind of way to do it. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, and I'm just kind of weird for doing it this way. But the way I did it was I tape it. I put clear tape on it so that even when I step on it, it won't rub off, you know, the Nike logo on it, the Nike Air. So that's why it's shiny, because there's literally white or clear tape on it. I did the same exact thing with my Jordan 9s. As you could tell right there, you see it says, it still has the Nike Air on it, and it's kind of shiny because of the tape. So I'm sure that there are other ways to do it, but I thought that would be a very smart way to do it. Maybe I didn't come up with it, I don't know. I'm sure I didn't, but I just thought of it and I was like, I wonder if I put tape in it, what would happen? And so far it's worked perfectly. So I'm not claiming that I invented it, but yeah. So here's the shoe. This is it, you know, and I'm just ecstatic, honestly, ecstatic to have it. This is a beautiful shoe. Like I said, it's perfect. I'll pull them out here and there, you know, break some necks and shit. No, but really, like, this is an amazing shoe. Honestly, these two, like the craftsmanship on this shoe is amazing, and people, like, you know, they take double takes when you're wearing these. So now I can only imagine wearing these. Now, yesterday I did an experiment and I put one on each side, and actually it doesn't look terrible. I mean, look at it like this, right? It doesn't look too bad. And it's like, if you're kind of going with like the Space Jam theme, like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, should I wear one of each, or should I just not try and be fucking hella cool and shit and just wear the same shoe? But yeah, these are it. And look, check this out. I mean, expect more of this kind of stuff to come in the future. Like I said, it'll be a little bit more polished. Right now, I honestly just really wanted to show you my shoes. But yeah, so expect more stuff like this. You know, I'll do more like toy reviews, I'll do shoe reviews, and you know, tell me what you guys think, tell me what you guys like, and yeah, next pair of shoes that I get, or next figure that I get, I'll review it, and for your viewing pleasure, and tell you my opinion on it and whether you should cop it or not. And these are a must cop. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later in the next video. Hopefully soon. Hopefully I don't take fucking like 6 months like I did now. But you guys have a good day. You guys enjoy life. And stay classy. Peace.